Hello everyone, Salim here, joining you from Florida. How are you doing? Let me get my questions pane on. I can see your comments. And wow, what an eventful 2 weeks we've had. At least a very eventful 1 week. Hey Victor, who else is on? I'm gonna turn my webcam on. It's a bit. I'm in my backyard on a patio. So very informal on my side. Scott, how are you? Patty, how you doing? And I know we're gonna have a full house today. Everyone is kind of uncertain, unsure how things are gonna roll out, and you want to hear from others what they're doing and all that good stuff. And so the topic is the topic. I'm gonna minimize my webcam so I can see you guys. The topic is coronavirus and what to be doing about it. So I've got some ideas that I want to share with you all. My goodness, how do I minimize this thing, the webcam thing? Um, so interestingly enough, the last 48 hours, I developed I got a herniated disc, which has been very painful. Monday and Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, so I'm feeling much better. Thank God. Just trying multiple things that I think helped me, be able to sit and smile. There's a lot of pain, and so hopefully I'll be able to survive this sitting in one place. But all right, enough of that. Let's dive in. Let's jump in. No idea how to minimize it. I'm gonna push it forward. All right. So how are you guys doing? Ray, Jeanette, who else is here? Who else is on this call? Hello. So I know that you can hear me, see me, and all that good stuff. All right, so the agenda is housekeeping stuff. We're really going to breeze through that. Teaching segments, some wins, projects you're working on, what do you need help with? And I think this is going to be an open dialogue with some of what you guys are doing in terms of your practices. And what you can be doing in light of what we are experiencing, what we are going through. And so this is the part that I want to spend some time, and then we'll open it up for your thoughts, your ideas. What are you doing? How is it affecting you? Let's use our time here to talk about that, and so that you go back prepared in a better place than where you may be with this. But this is unprecedented. I mean, no one in their wildest dreams could have imagined what we're experiencing with the coronavirus and what it's doing, the uncertainty with that in the world, and with clients, uncertainty with clients as well in terms of their businesses and so forth. But there are a few things that you can and should be doing. And here they are, and hopefully you guys can see this. Number one is conduct business as best as you can. It shouldn't stop for you to do business. It's a different way of you working in doing your business. So people that were supposed to come in for appointments, communication, get it all on the phone and in video. Get subscribed to something like Zoom or Skype. I use GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar, but I'm thinking of, Zoom is a very popular program as well. So those clients that prefer Zoom, those clients that are open to a video conference call, once you do a few of these, you'll get the hang of it. Even if you have not, used it before, something like Zoom, you'll be unsure of how to use it the first couple of times, and then you'll be fine. So moving appointments from being scheduled to doing phone stuff and video stuff rescheduling everything as opposed to canceling, bullet number 2. Number 3, a plan for delegating sharing duties in the event that an employee gets sick. So by now, hopefully you've met with your team, had a team meeting. If you have not, have a team meeting. Everyone is concerned about it, each of your team members, how it affects them. And so this is where your leadership is going to really come through, shine through, and is needed with your clients and your employees. So as much as possible, this is your time to, this is the opportunity, the time to meet with your team members and talk about how this is affecting the practice and how you're going to work as a team, even if you do this remotely. Number 4, a plan to move the key functions of your business online so that you can still serve your clients during an office closure. Thank God with where we are with technology and cloud, or even go to my PC, everyone can work from home and they can connect. They can connect on their workstations, and same with clients. You can be, sending them stuff through their tax returns through Hightail or something like that. And so you want to continue doing that because that's where, many practices, tax season is cash flow season as well. So you've got the extension, the automatic extension to July 15th, but this is where you can still be productive and you still can be getting in tax returns and producing the work as well and bringing in cash flow. So that's really, really, really important. And then as number 5 is a plan for critical employees to work from home and, keeping the team productive during this period. In my office in New Jersey, everyone's working from home. Some people are coming to the office just because they want to. They don't have to. It's okay. We've kind of talked about it being okay to work from home, but it's their choice if they wanna come for a few hours. So we've got that happening, but then the rest of the team is working from home. I'm in Florida, and I've been here for a week, and probably going to be here for another week or so, just because I can be remote. So these are some tips, that I would describe them as a war plan. And I sent out an email last week, which many of you should have, would have read it, and it outlined my mindset when it comes to this, with the coronavirus. I mean, it's here. We don't know what it's gonna, the damage it's gonna have, from an economic standpoint, but things will come around. And as business owners, practice owners, entrepreneurs, we want to be ready when things do come around. That we're ready. We don't want to cut too much. If we cut too many staff members, then when things turn around, then that's the first inclination is, let's reduce expenses, let's reduce staff, but they're relying on the salary as well. And so we've got to be reasonable about that when things turn around as well, we want to be in a place where we can we can grow from this. We can make things even better. So if you see me moving around, it's just because of my sciatica stuff. I can't sit in one spot too much. Thoughts, comments from you, from what I've shared. What are you doing? What measures have you taken in your practice when it comes to what's been going around for the last couple of weeks? Also, something that I was, that I want to share is that connect with your clients. Connect with your clients, with all your clients, with all your business clients especially. Get on the phone with them. Email is good, but get on the phone with them. I've been doing that since this morning when I started feeling back to kind of normal with being able to sit in one spot, even though I'm struggling here, is
connect on the phone with the clients. And the conversation with the clients is along the lines of, how are you? How is this affecting your business? And every so often they'll ask you something about what else, or can they get a loan, or unemployment, questions relating to unemployment, or questions relating to deferral of taxes, and so forth. But you really, really, really want to be in front of them in terms of, in front of them on the phone, so that this is the time to build goodwill with your clients, with your prospective clients. But I had a call with Sean yesterday. I don't know if Sean, you're on the line, but it's reaching out to prospective clients. This is the opportunity, because most accountants, they're probably not doing this. And so this is where we stand out, coaching members, the 5% of the CPA community, where we are proactive with these kinds of things, is we become the guiding light for our clients. They're not sure, they're uncertain, they don't know how this is going to affect them, and so forth. And if we can be on the phone with them and assure them, like my whole team, all the communication we are doing, we are assuring our clients that we are there for them. Things will turn around, and if they have questions, to reach out to us, and then we'll talk it through with them. If they're stuck somewhere, they don't know how to go about with something, we'll talk it out with them and give them more clarity than they would have had on their own. All right, so let me see some comments, thoughts, whatever feedback that people have shared when it comes to things you're doing on your end. Victor saying, doing good. And will we get a copy of the slides being shown here? Absolutely, will do. We'll get the recording as well. How can we learn Zoom? I would say, and the best way to learn about Zoom is to subscribe to it. They may have a promotion of some sort going on, or a free trial. Give it a shot and communicate with with your employees, with your team members. Get comfortable with doing 1 or 2 Zoom calls with your team members, and after that you'll be ready to go. I promise you'll be ready to go with being comfortable with it. Neil saying, we've done all that, including testing it all, seen no face-to-face for a week. Yeah, that's great. We can work without being face-to-face. Definitely business as usual for the most part on our end. And saying, what was shown yesterday online, I missed it as I'm not notified about it. Oh, I just sent an email, and that's the email I'd sent you as well about COVID-19 and your practice. Danny saying, no in-person meetings, using a combination of a secure portal and a physical drop box outside the office door. Our revenue for March is up 40% over 2019. That's great, man. Yeah, that's awesome. It is business as usual, and it's up to us, really. It's up to us. If we want it to be business as usual, just do the outreach, assure your clients they can send stuff via email and so forth. And really, I mean, this can be an opportunity as well, right? I know, I mean, it's negative stuff. It's it's hurting people, but it can for entrepreneurs like us, it can be an opportunity to do the outreach and to benefit from doing that work. Who is this? Long Victor? Okay. First day working remotely from home. We set up laptops and equipment to work from home. We're thinking contingency plans. We're connecting with clients, but at the same trying to keep workflow going. Awesome, wonderful, good to hear that, man. Just purchased the final, Scott saying, just purchased the final laptop, giving all employees the option to work from home, sanitizing the heck out of the office after a client picks up their taxes, sending as many documents to our online portal as we can, including the signature forms. Awesome, good. I think we are, all on the same page in terms of what you're doing there. So a question for you guys is, how's the outreach? How are you doing the outreach with your clients? What's your schedule like every day? Are you reaching out? Is it you? Is it your team members? Have you done that already? Give us a little glimpse of what you have done in terms of outreaching to your clients. And is it business clients, personal clients? What does that look like for you? So take a few seconds, share with us what you've done there and what's been the outcome. Because what I want to do here with us is to learn from this, learn from this together. No one's ever experienced a coronavirus to this, or anything to this degree. So being like-minded folks, we can benefit from what we are doing and what we can be doing, because this could be the way things are going to be for the next month or 2 months. That's what I think. That's how it's going to be. So this week has been kind of readjusting and getting set up to work from home and all that. And there's going to be good things that are going to come from it. As devastating as it seems now, there will be good stuff that'll come from this. So take a few seconds, share your thoughts, folks. We've got a full house today, so love that. And saying, I'm emailing articles about new laws in the areas of taxes, unemployment, pension, disaster loans, and assistance in getting grants. Good, awesome, cool. Emailing articles, and then you add your own commentary. And the important thing is for you to add your own 2 cents, your own commentary to it. People want to hear our voice in what we feel, what our thoughts are, what we feel is right for the clients and what they should be doing. So if you do send an article or something, and then when you talk to them, that's when you will make it applicable, to their situation. So I want to urge you to do that, and then everyone else as well. Give your 2 cents on what this all means and what the client should be thinking about doing, or the questions they have. Make it personal for them. Ray saying, we only allow 1 client at a time in and clean good about every hour. So you guys are still, you're in Georgia, Ray, and there's no shutdown there yet. So and that's great that you're taking those measures. And I would say, Ray, be ready for a shutdown in next week or next 2 weeks, because I think what's happened in the Northeast, with New York being like at a very, it's been at the forefront with the number of cases they've had, 20-some thousand cases, and then the adjoining states. So the Northeast, but New Jersey is in a shutdown and so forth. But then this is going to happen in all the states, I think, in time. So be ready for that, right? Be ready that next week it's going to be all working from home, or unless if it's considered an essential service, it's going to be being at home. So prepare yourself and your team for that. We are open, thankfully. Somebody who's that long text. Jerry, my friend, how are you? Jerry saying we're open. Thankfully, I worked remotely for years. I allow only 1 in the office. Jennifer, Jill, CPA is working from home. I came back to Virginia early and won't go back until after April 15th. We have contacted clients throughout this. I've emailed clients with information on business loans. We'll update them on this new package being passed soon via email. Awesome, great. I sent out an email to my clients this morning, and happy to share that with everyone as well, that email. So what you can do is, this is my 3rd, I think, communication with my clients. So you can swipe from there as you see fit, so that you're not starting with a clean slate, right? Sometimes writing with a clean slate is tough. So use anything I've used, sending to my clients. Start from there, add your own touches to it. Most of my outreach is through staff on the front line, although some clients call and text me directly. I'm working with one monitor here, so we are holding frequent staff status meetings to update each other on new programs coming out and how to talk and inform clients. That's great, man. Vic, that was from Victor. So super good stuff. Mayumi saying, hey Mayumi, my restaurant clients are suffering and struggling. I thought so. I was thinking about you the you've got a heavier base with restaurants. I need to communicate with them, but I have been trying to finish tax returns before the city lockdown. Yeah, Mayumi, your clients, restaurants, you can be a huge asset with this. I was watching an interview on Sunday. A restaurant owner, it was somebody I respect was interviewing a restaurant owner in Louisiana or somewhere and how they've restructured their business. Mayumi, I'm happy to forward you that interview just to get some ideas on what this business is doing in terms of reinventing itself in light of this. So, they're still in business at this restaurant, but the way they're going about doing business has changed. So this is something that would be relevant for you. Just kind of remind me with an email, Mayumi. Send me an email and I'll send you that recording of that interview with the restaurant owner who's doing well despite what's going on. Scott saying, I forwarded our governor's plan for grants to small businesses as well as the SBA loans to my bookkeeping and payroll clients. Good. H&At saying, I've had several calls with business clients who are watching the numbers, planning for decreased revenues and planning financially. Awesome, cool. Victor saying, we're also in the process of setting up MailChimp to update clients with blast emails informing them on the new programs coming out. So MailChimp is sending out group emails. So hopefully all of your guys are set up with something like that. Constant contact. What is it? Constant contact. I've seen it, but I haven't used it for many years. Constant contact. There's Aweber. There's MailChimp, which is pretty good as well, and programs like that. So hopefully you're set up for that, to do that. Ray saying, I've sent out an email to all business clients discussing employee rules and current loan options and partial unemployment. Cool. Denny saying, have been sending daily emails to clients and prospects about the proposed stimulus package. Have spoken with several business clients on the phone about how their business is doing. Cool, great. Wrap that up, Danny. Speak to each and every one of them. Make sure over the next 7 days, all of us, we've talked to all our clients, all our business clients. Start with the biggest ones, the most important ones, the most that, whatever way you go about it. But touch all of them with a phone call. You're all doing awesome stuff more than I imagine. Actually, you guys are just amazing. So kudos to you for being so proactive with this stuff. Ray saying, we already set up for remote access for all the employees. Cool. Victor saying, we have a lot of retail food business clients too. They're suffering right now. Victor, happy to share with you the recording that I'll send to Mayumi as well. Shoot me an email. Jerry saying, I'd also email all business clients offering my help for free with how to move forward and generate income during this difficult time. I have a few of them took me up, and we are working on generating revenues. Good. I mean, I think this is a great time, a great opportunity to talk to prospective clients, and for that matter, clients that you have lost over the last 36 months. for one reason or another, you lost a client, I would shoot an email to them and saying, hey, I know we no longer work together, but that doesn't mean that I don't care about you. Wanted to reach out, see how you're doing in light of coronavirus. This is the time to do that, because in all likelihood, their current accountant may not be as doing things as proactively as you are. Awesome. This is just the dialogue that I wanted to have with you guys, for you to hear from me and for you guys to hear from each other and how you're all being playing the role of a leader. You're playing the role of a leader with your clients, with your employees, in the communities that you're in, and that's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. Good. Anything else? The rest of this time, I mean, this is a monthly roundtable where we talk about wins. So why don't we shift gears and move to doing that? And the wins are going to be different types of wins than a typical month. So I'm interested to hear and get your thoughts on things, from a business standpoint, or new client standpoint, or employee standpoint, what some of your wins have been other than what you already shared. So take a few seconds and share that with us. If you've hired a new employee, how's that person doing? How's the engagement with your team? How's your team? How are they taking it? Sometimes adversity and all these things gets us together, gets us working closer as a team. It further bonds the relationship between a client and a service provider. So from an engagement standpoint, how is it doing? Or from a new client standpoint, how's it doing? From a productivity standpoint, wins with that. What's that like for you? Few more seconds for you to share. And once you've done that, I want you to be thinking about questions you have that you'd like to bring up, that you'd like to get input on. So first, right now, what you're doing is sharing your wins. All right, so I got a few. Let me start with those. And if you're typing in, please proceed and continue to do so. Okay. Victor saying we're also in the process of setting up. Oh, I read that already. Oh, I went too high. Okay. Let's see what I did there. Okay, here. We had hired a new admin person, says Victor, and she's quickly taking over a lot of Carlos and myself admin tasks. Oh, that's great to hear, man. The new person is working out for you. Even the complicated ones like creating engagement letters, billing, collections, we are all really happy with her. That's good news, man. I know the last one that you had hired, it was interesting, and I remember this, Victor. It was funny when you said it, that she was very pretty, and everyone was hanging out in her office, and so that can be a distraction, right? So I'm really happy that the new person's working out here. Good. Scott saying still meeting turnaround goals. Good. Turnaround time goals ahead of last year's year-to-date tax revenues. Beautiful. Mayumi saying my sales is the best ever. I have a lot of high-cost clients. My problem is I don't have enough tax preparers. I will prepare some tax returns this weekend. All right, that's a good problem to have, Mayumi. And good. I know you've done really well with the sales part, so that's great. And your numbers are good. Neil saying we've had several people take us up on our offer to SBA loan application assistance. All right, good, awesome. Good. Neil, what does that look like in terms of you offering SBA application assistance? What are your fees for it? And what are you doing for them? Anything you can share with this is going to help our group of coaching members here. What does that look like for you in terms of offering SBA loan assistance? Jerry saying still on track to meet income goals through April 30. That's wonderful, man. Next one, I have my employees on unemployment for 3 days and other 2 days from office as they feel more comfortable working from home. Most employees don't seem to be happy and motivated. I've been encouraging them with no results. So that's Anne sharing. Anne's a relatively new coaching member, if you've not heard her name before. Yeah, that's they don't seem to be happy and motivated. And I think, Anne, find out why. Dig in, find out why they are not happy and motivated. That will help you. It'll help you create a solution when you find out what the root cause is, right? So have group meetings, have one-on-one meetings more so than you've done in the past, and really find out what is causing it, because you have to. You absolutely have to find out what it is. And sometimes that conversation is not it's not an easy conversation to have, but it is a necessary conversation. I'm talking to everyone here. If an employee is underperforming, as dangerous as it may seem that if you talk to them, you confront them, that they may leave, despite that, you must, I repeat, you must talk to them. You must confront it. You must have that difficult conversation. And for today it's for Anne, but in next week, next tomorrow, whatever, next month, it could be for any one of us. And you want to be able to have that tough conversation rather than not. We cannot put the problem, we cannot shove it under the carpet. We've got to address it. And so, and let me know if I can help in any way with that. Talk to your team members, talk to your clients. And when we talk to our clients, they won't feel right about talking about fees or cutting fees for the most part. There will be some where you'll have to work an arrangement with them. But for the most part, clients are going to understand that you're a business owner as well. And what you're doing is having this conversation with them and being there for them. More so than not, they will not be wanting to reduce services or cutting services. And those that do, work with them. So this is a time for client retention, not as much about cash flow management when it comes to those situations. Dennis saying 72 new clients in the last 60 days. Very pleased with how our tax prep workflow is going. Beautiful, good, awesome. Ray, added 2 new clients, income is up 10%, still meeting turnaround time goals. Good, beautiful. Victor saying another win is that this is the first time
I'm able to work from home. I had not accomplished this before, and now we're planning on working remotely by default. The rest of the staff will start working remotely on different rotating days. Great, great stuff, man. Neil saying we're figuring that out as we go. Awesome, good. Yeah, Neil, feel free to please share what you learned from this process of offering this service to clients, the SBA loan assistance service to clients. I know another CPA mentor coach, Andrew. He's got a program. I don't know how much he's selling it for, teaching accountants how to sell this SBA loan assistance stuff. So there's definitely an opportunity. Whether you charge, whether you do it for free, whatever, there is an opportunity. So Anne's asking, are people charging for SBA application? Yeah, they are. There are people charging for it. Jeanette saying we were successful in filing a lot more business returns by the March 16th deadline this year than in the past. Look at that. That's great, man. Victor saying this morning I was able to take a quick jog instead of spending it rushing in the car commuting to work. Good. More time for yourself working from home. Neil saying the application portal needs information such as personal financial statements, revenue projections, debt schedules, etc. So this is in light of the SBA process, the SBA loan process, right? So this is the stuff that the bank's going to require, and we can be the ones, helping the client with that. Whether we charge for it, we don't. That's up to you. If you want to, or it's time to build goodwill with some of your clients. Is to help them do that. You may see it as that. Hey, Sean saying I have an employee. She gave me a notice that she'll be leaving in 6 months, and the person started to let our client know that she is leaving. So that's a good thing that you've got a 6-month notice, and the person started to let our clients know that she'll be leaving. Is that a good thing? I mean, Sean, I would, make sure that whatever she's doing is with your approval, and it's done in a way that positions the firm in the best way possible. So I don't want the employee to be saying they're leaving in 6 months. I'd be you letting the client know that she'll be leaving in 6 months. And I'd rather not even inform the clients yet. I'd rather start the handoff process from one employee to another. And really, so there'll be two people servicing the client, the person that's leaving and the person that's going to get the stuff handed off to. And then so it's going to be a gradual process. It's good you've got a 6-month time window to do this handoff. But yeah, I wouldn't want the employee to be letting the client know, because I don't know how they're going to position it. And I'd want a new person in the mix who's going to be taking over the stuff. New admin was working out well. She's not working at the moment, as I did not have time to have set up remotely. I've been paying her anyway. This is Jerry, while she has stayed at home. She's on unemployment today, and I'll assist her with her needs as required. She's still very positive, and I speak to her every couple of days. I hope to give her a project or two that she can do from home. Got it. So that's great that you're taking care of her, because she was working out well for you, and so that's good. You found the right person, and she's on unemployment. So, and you're taking care, you're assisting her with the stuff. So good stuff, man. You're not handicapping your business with letting her go and then having to find someone else. So Sean, I just shared with you, you're asking me how to deal with this matter. Hopefully what I shared with you makes sense and it was helpful. Anne's asking, how are other team how are other people in our team getting new clients? So how are other coaching members getting new clients? I'm trying so hard and still not getting any new clients. So some help, advice, suggestions for Anne. She's located in Anaheim, California. Sean saying she's going around letting the clients know without knowing, without you knowing. So that's a definite no-no, right? As I'd said. So have a one-on-one with her and let her know that you don't want that, and you've got a plan in place. You've got the way you're going to go about with it. So definitely stop the bleeding there with her letting clients know. And she shouldn't have done that in the first place, letting clients know without you knowing about it. Victor is giving advice to Anne here. Contact BNI. So Anne, BNI is a local networking group that meets weekly. A great way to grow your practice is through being part of a weekly group. Many of you are part of a BNI. Look, Scott saying BNI. Danny, I know you're going to be next by saying BNI as well. So it stands for Business Network International. They've got a good website. You can see all the chapters there. And so I'd highly encourage you, and you've got a team of several other senior accountant type people, CPAs, that you may want them to join as well, or start off with you and one other person joining. Hey Scott, question for you and Victor and Denny. The question from Annie is BNI meeting online now? I don't know the answers. If one of you guys can help with that, that'll be great. Anything else, folks, in terms of help you need? Let's segue into questions that you have, help you need from myself, from the others. Please type in your question there. So it is online. Wow, look at how many people are doing BNI. Neil saying yes. Danny says yes, using Zoom. Scott saying starting this week they're online. Victor saying there's so much work in our field that she should not be struggling to reach prospects. So Victor is in Victor, where are you, my friend? You're in LA. Victor is in Los Angeles, and ton of business. Victor is a smart CPA entrepreneur where he cuts clients that are not meeting his requirements, his profile. So he's done a lot of cutting, weeding out those that don't hold up the standards or the profile, that are not in the profile. And so despite that, Victor continues to do well, working with less is more. So Victor's in East LA, and if you guys want to connect as well, feel free to do that. And saying, how do I contact members on this group, and how do I know who's willing to help me? I don't have anybody's contact information. So, and reach out to Kimberly or Facebook, the Facebook group. Let's all be active there on the Facebook group of helping each other. And so, yeah, and Victor's a gentleman, so he's going to, speaking to you, Victor's going to be helpful there. Victor saying Anaheim is a major hub for business, so and you're in good hands if you reach out to Victor, get some help from him in terms of client attraction, marketing in the California area. So do that. All right, let's segue into the next part of this. How's everyone doing so far? Hopefully you guys can still hear me and see me and all that stuff. Maybe my battery is going low, I don't know.
right. Maybe not. I'm okay. What do you want to work? What are you working on? What do you need help with? So let's spend the next 5 minutes or so with things you need help with, questions you have, and then we'll finish off shortly. Question from Scott, coronavirus question. We called a client this morning, letting her know her return was done. She was in the hospital with the coronavirus. We researched and she dropped off her documents 13 days ago. So there may or may not be exposure to our office. Is there any protocol to deal with this? None of our employees are feeling anything. Is there any communication that needs to be sent, etc.? Anyone? Scott's question. I'm wondering if you need to reach out, Scott, to the Iowa, at a state level, anyone there who you should reach out to from a governmental level of what precautions should be taken, or from a health standpoint, what precautions should be taken. I'm feeling inadequate to answer that question because it's so health related of what you should be doing, in terms of safety for yourself and for your team members, and then also safety for your other clients. This is something you may even reach out to your E&O insurance company, because they may be a protocol, when it comes to this. 2 weeks back, we had an incident. It wasn't coronavirus related, but it was an email related, where we sent some sensitive information with regular email, and it was sent to the wrong email address. And we immediately, reached out to the E&O insurance company and, got a protocol from them of what are the measures we need to do. We spoke to the client and so forth. We sent an email to the person who got the wrong email, got the information, the sensitive information, which had a social security number. So we kind of, tried to do that because I didn't have the answers at that point of what the protocol was when it comes to this. So yeah, I would escalate this, Scott, for sure, at the state level, or with the chamber, called the anybody on the health side in your city, on a governmental body, if there is a protocol there. If anyone has anything, any coaching members, any guidance here, please share that. Victor saying, I need a list of items for clients to have ready when applying for an SBA loan program. Neil, if you're up for it, if you can share that in the Facebook group or send me an email, we are going to be ever grateful to you. If you're doing the research and doing that, it's a short list of what are some of the things, if you don't mind, putting you on the spot here. We'd love to get that. Sean saying, would you share this roundtable audio in your presentation? Yeah, this one here, I'm recording it, so we'll do, Sean. Jerry saying, mostly in New York State, I hear if you're exposed, you have a 14-day self-quarantine. Okay. That may be something, Scott, that you guys may have to do as one of the measures. Thanks, Jerry. Mayumi saying, I'm hesitating to start work from home. I don't think they can work 8 hours a day and I need to pay the same amount. Mayumi, no choice in the matter here. You've got to do what you've got to do. I think remotely is where it's going to go, and you want to give your team members that option. I think it's going to cause more problems, more harm within your team members if you don't give them this option. 2 weeks back, I called us a team meeting, and I gave everyone the option, and it was so well received. I was very surprised because people were thinking about it. Their relatives were telling them, why don't you work from home? And so it really built a lot of goodwill doing that. And saying, where do you post your videos? I missed last roundtable conference. And great question for Kimberly. Please do that. Usually the roundtables I do not record. This one's unique because it's like so relevant for what's going on and so forth. So while you may not find previous ones when it comes to the roundtables, the training webinars, I record them, but not the roundtables per se. But this one I have. So and I'm making an exception here. So the members website, and then reach out to Kimberly. Jerry saying, Miami, they will work hard if they know you are. You just need to keep in touch with them. So, Mayumi, sorry. So Jerry, Mayumi is Jerry's sharing that advice for you. They'll work hard if they know you are. You just need to keep in touch with them. Cool, awesome, folks. Let's finish off here. This was a great call. Thank you very much for everyone for your participation. It all matters. It all counts. Otherwise, we can all be alone. So this was just fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better roundtable, and the participation you guys all shared. One last thing, or a couple of two last things before we finish off. Neil saying has shared. Oh, great! Neil's shared the link for information with the guide regarding to the SBA stuff, and he's emailed me as well. So this afternoon, folks, I will send this off to all of you, or Kimberly will. And Neil, man, I am so grateful. Thank you for doing that. Mayumi saying, thank you, Jerry. Good, super. All right, folks, let's finish off here. If you need me, I'm here for you. Shoot me an email. We'll do a one-on-one. We'll do whatever. We'll do a call, a one-on-one call, email, whatever it is, right? So if you need me, not sure about something, a client situation, an employee situation, call on me. I'm here for you. Don't feel you're obligating me. Just kind of send an email saying, Salim, I need to talk to you. You and I will find a time within 12 hours or 24 hours, and we'll make it happen. All right, super. Thanks all for your feedback here. I see all the thanks coming in. Appreciate it. Good. Let's say adios. Stay healthy, stay well, and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.